That's their home. It's gone.
It's fixing to hit their house. It's gonna hit their house. Oh no, right through it. No, no, no.
It missed it. Oh God, that's somebody's whole home.
That's the grandparents'
Oh my
home.
God, their house is done. Oh my
That's the
God,
kid.
oh my
Oh
God,
God,
it's
it's taking
their
out both
house.
of them.
Oh my God, it's taking their house.
Took both of them.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Those people have lost everything. Everything. They've lost it all.
Man.
There goes the car.
Them poor people.
There goes the car.
That ain't their car, the person in there.
Oh my, that's the mother and dad. There's a man and a woman.
They have nothing. Their house is left. It's taking out their ghost. It's destroying it. Gone.
It's all gone.
All of this stuff's gone. That's quick. God.
That makes me so sad for them.
They're probably watching it crying too.
I don't even know them, but I sure hate this.
They're watching it. They're sitting right there. They just watch their own.
They just watched everything they own go down the river. That's terrible.
I feel so bad for them people.
They have worked so hard on this place.
Took it.
They came from Florida up here, and now they have nothing. No camper, no home. Their parents' home is gone. It's all gone.
Is someone else here?
I don't know.
Look at their foundation, all their stuff.
That might take our bridge.
Nope.
I'd say it probably did. Those poor people have nothing. Where are they at?
They're sitting right there. I've got them in their car. They're working today.
Okay, met a gentleman here. He's practically my neighbor, but we never met, and we were here at the same time. What's your name?
John Grinstead.
John Grinstead. And where are you originally from, John?
Well, California originally.
California, and you came here in 2010?
Well, I lived in Florida, lived through a couple hurricanes there.
Yeah, where are you at in Florida? Because my place is in Winter Haven right now.
I lived on Sanibel Island.
Oh, okay, I know where that's at.
My wife lived on Pine Island, and
Oh, that's terrible. They got hit hard.
well, yeah, everybody down there in Lee County.
Yeah, and now here you go again.
So that we moved up here. We said we're going to move up to the mountains. We won't be having any trouble with hurricanes.
Right.
And
Yeah.
now one of the worst natural disasters in the history of the planet.
Oh, I know. Now you lived right here. Your place was right here, right?
Well, you can walk over here if you've got to stay up here so you don't slip, because that
Okay.
is really slippery there.
Yeah, I don't need to go in the
See my
creek.
skid mark over there, and I almost threw my back out trying to keep my balance. But yeah, that's
That was your basement,
yeah, that
pretty
was the
much.
basement, yeah.
Wow.
We tore the pad out, but there used to be a cement pad there with some remaining block walls that we got out of the way, because I'm hoping to be able to rebuild if I can get the help.
And all you got was $750 from FEMA, and that was, and you
That is
probably
after asking like 900 times if they could help. I mean, I'm not joking. Well, 900 is hyperbole, but the point is every week, 3 to 4 times a week, we've called and stopped in. They opened up a local office here in Burnsville. Been there probably 24 times.
And this is your dad down here, huh?
My dad lived there, yeah, 91 years old, Korean War combat veteran, and I mean, there's the only people that showed up to help us were veteran associations. One was called Savage Freedom, and the other one was called Weekend Warriors, Retired Military.
Yeah.
There's more words on their T-shirt, and I can't. My brain is fried from too much
I bet.
cortisol.
And now you're living right here.
Well, we started out on the cement pad. That was the van. We stayed in that. My 2 dogs are over there going nuts right now. And then
Wow.
Red Cross gave us this tent to live in, which was nice because I could stand up straight. Can't do it. In
So the Red Cross did show up
They gave me
for
a
some
tent
help.
to live in, and they give you some supplies and stuff, but the driveway was completely ruined. You had to walk in and out. You couldn't drive your cars down here.
I remember this place here, right here. It was.
Yeah.
I always thought, man, what a nice little spot
Had
on the
big
creek.
my dad had it was an old tobacco barn that we turned into a home for him and my mother. It was 750 square feet.
Over there.
Blew the bridge out, tore the road out there, and then there was a major slide right here that came off, and they dug it out enough for a car to go through there. But it's just it's like Band-Aids on a heart attack.
Oh yeah.
It's like it'll last, but not through a couple. I mean,
Right.
the snow and the rain by the spring.
Yeah, that's.
That little temporary fix it will be just that. It'll be temporary. It'll slid off into the river again.
How big a place did you have here? It was how many
The
square
basement was
feet?
900 square feet.
Was it?
And the top was 900 square feet.
So you had a-
896.
So you had a pretty good sized place. I mean,
Yeah.
were
His
you
house-
here when you were standing?
Yeah, I'll show you a video.
Yeah, you were standing right on that.
Right on the top of the driveway with
God, it had to
barely
be
got my
scary,
dad out of
huh?
here. That culvert that goes underneath the highway right there.
Yeah.
It came through like picture a fire hydrant only times 100.
Oh my
The
God.
water came shooting through there. It blew a hole through. The only way I could get my 91-year-old dad out of here was with my wife's help, but otherwise he would have never made it. It was like a little bit fragile. We kind of had to like firemen carry him and try to go up that slope, which is extremely steep for.
Did
two
anybody
people.
else?
We're not bringing chickens. I'm 70 years old. My wife is 62, so it's like we're trying to not hurt a 91-year-old man.
Yeah.
He'd lost his vision to macular degeneration, and his hearing went because he was in like a military, back in the Korean War. They didn't give you
Right.
ear protection.
So you were
Lucky
living
not to
down
get
in
your ears shot
Florida.
off.
You were living in Florida, and you had hurricanes there, and you said, "Let's get up to the mountains so we can be safe." And then here we are.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah, and the extent of the damage is just being completely underreported.
So
Deaths
yeah.
are underreported.
If
Missing
you-
people.
If you were to, what would you say would be a big help for you? If people watching this, what could they do for you? What would be something that people could
Help me
do?
build a house.
Yeah, rebuild it.
My dad is up with family in Illinois, and every time I talk to him, it's like we took care of my mom and dad right there because we were really, really close, and they both had dementia. So my mom was much worse, and then she passed away last Saturday. Last Christmas, the Saturday before
Oh,
Christmas,
wow.
she passed away. My dad was just coming out of like 71 years they were married, so you can imagine.
Yeah, that's
It's
terrible.
like losing half of your body. And he was starting to get better, and we were doing things with him, and it was like just the night before we went out for dinner, and he talked to some people. He started getting social. He started to open up again, and the next morning we were like running for our lives trying to get out of it.
Did you see it coming? I mean, as far as it was raining a lot.
Yeah. It
And
was
then-
really stormy, obviously. There was all kinds of electrical stuff. There was like a tornado that took all those trees down over there. There's cyclonic kind of winds. And
Yeah.
you could hear everything snapping and breaking, and
What time of day was it that it was like the worst?
about 10:45.
At night?
No, in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah, we had witnessed the water coming up and down. Obviously, it's a watershed from Mount Mitchell, so
And how high up did the water get here?
got in the highway.
It got all the way past
In
just.
the highway.
And where is your house now? Down the
Somewhere in
creek?
Tennessee.
Oh my God.
Somewhere in Tennessee with a lot of other people's homes.
What about any kind of insurance at all? Did you have
We
anything?
got denied for everything. And
Really?
the people that I've talked to, and my house wasn't in the floodplain, the FEMA floodplain.
Yeah, right.
So without it.
Now it is, and they probably give you a hassle about rebuilding, huh?
They don't want me to rebuild, but we're kind of, I have no place to go. You can't sell it for anything.
And this is a story that just goes on and on and on with everybody.
Yeah, this whole area is like, it's been quoted to me as the worst natural disaster in the history of.
And it's basically nobody's even talking, because down in
Everybody
Florida,
thinks, oh, you fix the driveway, we'll give you
oh yeah,
a month worth of canned goods and give you some water and give you a tent and you're taken care of.
but the government came in for a little bit just to make sure that they took care of the people that were, they got in the way of everything.
Shut down everything. Said we were going to do the job, they never did the job. The only reason anything is getting done is because of volunteers and helpers and people coming up here with food and supplies and energy, and like they're donating their time right now to fix the driveway, and that was from September 27th, and now what day are we at? December what? Here we're at.
And who are these
I have no
people
idea
over here?
Volunteers through
Just volunteers?
Yeah, they volunteered, and they're working with Samaritan's Purse. They they own their own equipment, but they're up here.
Samaritan's Purse. So maybe if anybody wants to make some donations, they could do it to them.
Do not give a penny to the Red Cross.
Do not give a penny to the Red Cross.
No.
Probably going to the CEO.
Most of that money disappears into the ether. It's unbelievable. The only things that are helping are, like I said, those military guys, mostly retired. Some of them active duty. 3 or 4 of them were just recently active duty and came, they were like, I don't know what we call it because I'm not military, but they have time off and they come up here to help volunteer.
Where did you get your trailer here?
Another military thing, organization called Hilo.
Hilo.
Is a
okay.
military. They came and saw that we were living in a tent, and they brought one for my dad. He had taken a really bad fall, so we had to get him out of here, and he was having what the doctors called delirium. Just too much. It was too much.
Just a stress overload.
Yeah, just too much. Like PTSD, too
and
much.
you kind of like had been going through that yourself,
I have
right?
2 brain cells left.
Oh my God.
And they sometimes make connection.
I've been up and down this road for 30 years, and it looks like a nuclear bomb went off.
If you hadn't been here for 30, it's unrecognizable. And
I came back here 2 years ago, and just to visit some of the folks that I hadn't seen in a while, and that was the last time I saw a couple years ago, and it's unrecognizable to me.
Completely.
It's just
when you go to other areas around here, like when I went to vote, where B-Log and Little.
Oh yeah, B-Log, yeah. I was just there.
I went the wrong way. I went over Piney Hill because they said, oh, you go over Piney Hill and you come down off of Piney Hill onto 19W again, and we came across, no idea where it was at, and I'd done it 100 times. It's where we vote. That was our precinct.
Do you have friends that were down the creek here that didn't make it or anything?
Oh,
yeah?
Like acquaintances, people that you know. I mean,
right.
When you live in a place like this,
and they just vanished, they disappeared?
Gone, yeah. Swept away. The one woman that I'm thinking of, I'm trying to think of her name right now. Anyhow, her husband, they were on Bent Creek, and he went out to do something and never seen again. She was 76, he was 81. She's got real problems. Yeah. It took 3 different crews of people with chainsaws just to try to cut back into where she's at. That kind of thing. I need to take this at my...
Okay, I'm just going to take a look around if that's okay. Wow, so there was a house here. That was the basement. And there was a house over there that they're clearing, flattening it back out, and I guess getting ready to rebuild. And looks like he had a driveway right here, and he drove in, coming in there, and that completely got wiped out. And then down here is how he came into his house that is, he said, is just completely gone. And these were donated trailers right here. So They got them from people that are helping and not from the government. Unreal. And you heard him. He said non-existent. No one is helping. And the guy's father is a veteran, and they just don't seem to care. And up and down this road, as you can see, there's just truck after truck after truck hauling gravel, and he's got his dogs in this van because he can't let them run out loose. I'm sure he had a house here that he kept them in at one time, you know, that's no longer here. And just you see the stories on YouTube, you don't see it on the news. And that's one of the reasons I'm here, just to talk to folks and try to get the word out that there's no help. That creek, I remember, it's always been this level, you know, but when it flooded and all the rain came in the mountains, he said it was up above the road. So his house probably was just, the roof was probably level with the road, and it completely just demolished and wiped his house out. Yeah, so really bad, really bad. And this is probably 2 miles from my house that I owned. We're gonna go over here and tell the gentleman goodbye and good luck.
100 feet across.
So you're telling me that your land used to go out in the middle of that creek?
Almost, like I said, about 15 feet short of that rock.
You were cutting grass. 15 feet short of that rock right there. So was the creek...
And the other thing is, the top of that rock, there's about probably 2.5, 3 feet of that rock that's exposed on the bottom that was never there. That was the river bottom. There's missing a good 3 feet of river bottom.
So it's completely changed the whole riverbed and moved it towards this way.
The whole place has been completely and irreversibly changed.
And
they couldn't even put poles in, telephone poles. They had to drag the rubble out of the roads to try to have a place to put a telephone pole. They washed everything out.
Unbelievable.
And this was completely covered in trees. There's not a single tree left.
Well, how wide was
except for these ones on the bank? That's all that's left. That whole thing was wooded. You couldn't even see that house down there because of the woods. Between the road and the river was just all hardwoods, oaks, hickories, black walnuts, mature trees, 80, 90, 100-year-old trees.
But it seemed like, I remember the creek being that wide before. Was it just more that way?
Well, I got photographs of it, and we put it on the digital thing, and right where you looked out my back deck, the water was about 22 feet across, the width of the Cane River here. And that went for quite a long ways up that way. And now, like I said, that's over 100 feet.
And now the county, instead of helping you, they're telling you you can't do this and you can't do that, and you're telling them, well, you're gonna have to drag me out of here because I'm not leaving, pretty much.
What do you do?
Yeah, this is all you have.
You can't sell it and you can't get it financing, so what do? You have to rebuild, or it's a little late for me to start over.
And you're missing 2 cats, and you have 2 dogs you're having to keep in your van over there, and you're living, which is great. They donated these trailers to you, and you got your pump house rigged up again, which used to be in the basement as far as your tank, and now you're just kind of like temporary have it, which is great that you have that.
I didn't get power until October 17th or 18th.
Wow.
Before they would even like okay to bring power down here. Lots of other people have it, but people that are on the river like this, they don't want you here.
So your message is pretty much don't donate anything to the Red Cross, and that the community, the people, the good people of the community are the only people that's helping.
The churches, the military or organizations, the churches, like a self-organizing collective. That those are the people that have come here and sacrificed a lot of their lives to help people like me.
Well,
I mean, the Red Cross, I'm sorry to say that. I mean, they've been here twice. Like I said, they gave us a tent and they came back and checked on us like 2 months later. That was it.
and it's not even gotten really cold yet.
Well, the campers, we had 3 days where it didn't get over freezing, and 2 nights it dropped into the teens, and those little campers aren't made
I know.
for that. They froze
I lived in
solid.
one for a year, and yeah,
Froze
it's
solid. The holding tanks froze. The water heater wouldn't work. It was an experience.
oh my God. Okay, well, I'm going to close this video out, and then I'm just going to walk around a little bit and take some video of some of the stuff of this devastation, and then we're going to pass this on, and people are going to see it, and they're going to know, and that's going to be my agenda, is to get as much information out for the people that might want to come help, and that's about all I can do, but
Yeah.
I just I know the people here are great people, and I've experienced it by having my own place here. So, but looks like a bomb went off. All right, sir. Thank you very much, and we wish you luck and Godspeed.
Thank you.
Well, I just left John's place, and I'm going down the road here, and more flood destruction along the way. Homes that were completely flooded, and everybody's belongings, and mold, and it's unbelievable, the devastation.